So here are my papers after I embellished them a little bit. I just added some wavy lines here and some circles and little dots on this one. Now what you need to do is choose which one is going to be your warp and which one is going to be your weft. So the warp stays all together and you weave the individual pieces of the weft through it. It doesn't really matter, it'll kind of look the same one way or the other. So I'm just gonna pick the warm colored one to be the warp. And we're gonna do the warp first. What you're gonna do is fold it in half and fold the decorated side of the paper in, because you're gonna make some marks on it and you don't really want them to show. Okay, you're gonna take your ruler and measure down 1 inch from the top of the paper. Actually, I should back up. The first thing you're gonna do is fold it in half like this, okay? Then take your ruler and measure down 1 inch from the top of the paper, okay? There's 0 and here's 1, and put a little mark. And then I'm gonna do that again near the other side of the paper. And then I'm gonna connect those two little hash marks with a line. So now I have a line going across the top of my paper, 1 inch down from the edge. Next, you're gonna line up your 0 over here with the edge, and you're gonna put the ruler along the line that you just made. And we wanna have a mark every inch. Okay, and this paper is 9 inches wide, so you should have 9 sections when you're done doing this step. So I'm gonna put a little mark at 1, little hash mark at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so I have 9 sections. You don't have to write these numbers on yours, I'm just showing it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we want to create the same 9 sections on the bottom edge of our paper here. So I'm lining up the 0 of my ruler right here with the edge of my paper, and I'm gonna start again with my little marks at each inch. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so again, I have 9 sections. I'll number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You don't have to number yours. I'm just doing that to show you. Now, we're going to connect the little hash marks. So we're going to be dividing this into strips, okay? So take my ruler again, line up the first hash, line it up along the 2 first hash marks and connect them. Okay, see, I'm drawing a line straight down. I'll do that for number 2 here. And so on. I'm connecting them from top to bottom. All right, now your paper should look something like this. Remember to pause the video as you're working so that it doesn't go too fast. Now would probably be a good time to pause and do that last step. You can also rewind if you feel a little lost and watch it again. The next thing you're going to do is cut your warp. Okay, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go from the folded edge and I'm going to cut, and I'm not going to go past my line that's up here at the top. I am not going to go past this line that I drew. I am not. This is very important. You're not going to cut into this strip at the top. You're just cutting from the fold edge of your paper up to the line, and that is it. Okay, and you're going to cut all of these. Go slow, take your time, be very careful, please. You do not want to cut all the way through. That will be kind of a mini disaster, and we'll have to use a bunch of tape to repair it. Okay, so I cut all of those lines only up to this line right here. I'm going to unfold, and I have my warp. This is the warp. It should look like this. It should not be coming apart at all, okay? The next video, I'm going to show you how to make your weft, which are the pieces of paper that you'll weave in and out of the warp to create your weaving.